Alright guys, we are back. This is the Third Age campaign here on Cubcam TV. I believe this is episode 8. I may be wrong, however. Don't attack me if that's the case. Out to all the new subscribers, I've seen the channel is growing slowly but surely, which is making me very happy indeed. The quicker we grow, the quicker we can do more stuff, and there's a bit more range to do different types of videos and stuff like that. So the aim is to keep this channel growing as much as possible, and it's the one advantage we've kind of had during this period of lockdown, you know what I mean? Been cracking away properly at YouTube now for 2 weeks or so, so this is quite a good way of this has been quite an enjoyable way of doing it. So what we left the campaign at, dreadful English, where we left the campaign last time around was we'd taken a siege stand against Duneard. And if I'm honest, there is no way on earth I'm actually going to do the attack because I've just got too much cavalry, and I would rather them sally out until I've got forces, until I've got enough income to kind of build a force primarily built up of infantry. I'm not really going to be going heavy on the sieges. We also had King Eomer taking Bregost, which is our new far faction off to the west. Really bad. I should probably know that off by heart by now. But here we go. We've got Captain Fionkian there with a battered force. Eomer's Royal Legion there, slowly but surely working them back. And the plan we kind of came up with last episode was that we were going to move along this north face here. I'm going to get my spy up along here.
Impossible, my lord.
Essentially, see, just so we can have a sort of look across the northern borders. I've got a funny feeling they won't have got further than sort of this. I think once we take these two provinces here, we're going to move over to the right, take the Dunlending village on this side here, because the goblins still control that, because it's still saying neutral, which means Dunland most likely are going to be based along here. So there's only 2 or 3 provinces in this space. I doubt they'll have gone up very far, purely because the Northern Duneard pretty much outclassed them in every aspect. So let's finish the turn up and see what this episode offers. I've been really enjoying doing this series. I've got to say, it's been something that I've wanted to do for a while. Alongside doing radio stuff and obviously music work and all the other bits that I'm kind of involved in. Actually doing YouTube for gaming is something I've really wanted to do for a while. And obviously Divide and Conquer is one of my, it probably is my favourite game of all time. It's definitely the game I've spent most time on in my life, I'd say. Although I don't know if there's not one FIFA game that I've spent more time on than this game. I looked at the most recent installation of this on Steam, which I had to reinstall the entire thing quite recently. And I think within like a month and a half, I was already at like 1,000 hours or something ridiculous like that. It's what I do when I'm not working, which is rare, I will grant you. But yeah, right. Why are Dunland starting stuff? They always start on me, you know. I never actually start the fights. They always start the fights on me. Now, I'm going to retreat. They're going to attack again.
We'll make camp here.
Oh, they didn't. Beautiful. That's fantastic. That means we can link this force all together and have a nice force to attack Dunlerak with. I don't know where their leader is. I think he's floating around, possibly a bit further north. Maybe they're being clever and not getting their leader killed within the first 5 turns. Who knows? Ah, yes, I forgot about this. We also had a small army mustering here.
Yes. Continuing tomorrow.
So you can join the cause. I don't know if I can build in Duneard yet. No, I can't. Isengard, are you building anything? No. A few very useful units in as well. So all of these will essentially become our major reinforcing unit. And I don't really think Dunland have the strength to come up against us. So we'll move into Dunlerak. Look how many foot units we have in this force. That's much more like it. So,
yes,
Eomer,
as you command.
There's not really much point fighting these like really close battles, to be honest with you.
Glory, honor, victory, with honor.
And the turns are going to move quite quickly during this period, I'm going to say, because we're only really fighting on there and up north. The rest of the map is pretty secure at this point. Obviously, the southern parts are cool. Why is this place still not happy? Oh, it's money, isn't it? Just need the funding, lads. Once we get the funding, things will change. And we get the funding by taking more provinces or reducing our men. At the minute, we can't reduce our men because we've got to fight this, so we'll take these 2 provinces. That should bring in an extra, maybe 2k maximum. Between 2 and 3k, I reckon we'll get for these 2 provinces. Once we've got that, we'll have lost men, and the money will be going up, and we can start to put reinvest some money back into the economy, which was the original plan. So, let's advance turn again. Oh yeah, I forgot about our spy. Let's have a look. What else is on the table? So that's obviously owned by the Orcs of the Misty Mountains. Orcs of the Misty Mountains. See, I'm getting quite ahead with these videos, getting into my YouTube swing of things. I'm naturally a person that will try to stay ahead of things. I'm always working into the future with loads of bits. Obviously, with this lockdown situation, all of the work that I put in with Trickstar Radio, getting stuff done ahead of time for interviews and bits like that, has kind of started to a bit of a halt. But now, for the time being... Ooh. Very interesting. I think he's made a big mistake there. But we'll see. Right, first fight of the day on the slopes of Duneard. Is that the... That will be Helm's Deep, I believe, because you've got the Berserkers, you've got Theoden, the recognisable Theoden armour. We've also got Legolas next to him, by the looks of things. So let's get out of the woods. They've attacked us, so they're going to be coming at us. We've got a nice, handy hill here. Sorry, just put my phone onto silent. Makes life a lot easier. So either we can go back up the hill. Up the hill, quickly, quickly. But I want my cavalry out and about. So you. First unit, you, second unit, you, third unit, you, fourth. So, primary infantry battalion will go there. I don't want to be fighting in the trees. I can never see, and I can't stand it. I do have a feeling we're going to lose some infantry. I'll be very surprised if we don't lose a lot of infantry during this fight. You go there for the time being. Right. You go and pester their front line. You focus in. We'll go from there. Nice. So they have light cavalry. So they should start falling moderately quickly. And we also have the scouts, which should work quite well to mop them up a little bit later on when they start to rout, which they will. They will rout. How are we looking? We're taking out a fair few. It's looking good so far. And now... How do we always end up against pikemen? How does that always happen? I think that could have gone a lot worse. Right, you link up with this main force now. So, what I want this lot to do now is... I don't want you to be running into anyone, for starters. If you line up over there... Focus on taking out these units from behind. This is where cavalry becomes such a useful unit. So we're going to put the skirmishers into the back of there. Are you just running through pikemen? Of course, you're just running through spearmen. Brilliant. The lack of listening that you get from... Pain. There we are. Half the unit gone. They just had to have their own way. This isn't looking too groove. This isn't looking that great, I've got to say. Get some of them to rout. That's what we need. Mass routing, that's what we need. Right, scouts, after them.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press
That's
on.
very
Like
tasty.
the spirit of his army. The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
That isn't good. Why have you done that, Peter? Because I told you to. I know!
Our men have captured the enemy general.
Right, that's a
Guard
big
him
loss
well
to
and make
them.
it so he can
They're very
see us
morale
defeat
based.
the rest of his army.
So a couple of crunches and their units should start to... I don't want to say bleed out, but... You know. Right. All archer fire onto the pikemen. And the rest of you, get out of there! Back of this unit. They're shaken, they're dipping, and they're off. That's what we're going to need. I am slightly concerned about this pike unit. Well, both pike
The
units, to
battle
be
is
honest
very
with you.
much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
They're shaken, come on. Break.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, how they will do what they will. I'm not talking very much this episode. I do apologise, guys. Oh, so that's one of ours. That's their pike unit. So if we go into the side here, should cause a little bit of damage. And ideally, if we can get them to break quickly, that's the plan. But we're going to have to be very smart with how we do this. We can't really afford to lose any generals if we still want to take their main force. So if they turn, if they get engaged, at the moment they seem pretty resolute, despite the fact there are men literally chopping through the back of them. They don't seem to care. They're very keen on getting the cavalry.
The battle is very much
Fair
in
enough.
our favour. Victory will be ours.
That's what floats your boat.
We're ready to ride out.
There we go, that's what I was looking for. See, they are likely to win that one-on-one. But following a crunch, the King's men, that should be them. Crunched, done, downhill as well, big mistake. Route already, please, route already.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
There we go. Come on, I'm concentrating very heavily on this one.
If we continue like this, we
Just
will
want this
smash
unit
the
breaking ASAP, and I want you chasing this lot. Because that 24 will come back to bite me, I know it. Force of what, 20? I think that's less than... Yeah, there's 29 horsemen there. Charging into pikes. They're just defiantly running away. Why aren't you attacking that side?
The enemy. Behold how
there we
our
go.
cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
As soon as we hit 98, that's it, game done. This is very weird. This weird aversion to going anywhere near them, despite the fact you'll go near them when there's when they're primed and ready, but as soon as they're running away, you will not go near them. What is wrong with you? Really spread out. It's really odd. I've never seen a unit this spread out. That's what's causing it, though, realistically. The fact they're so far apart from each other. Oh, there you go. That's enough.
The enemy are
35 of them. And Duneard has dealt themselves a major blow there, because I was not expecting to be able to take Duneard for a fair few turns. However, now, with that force cleared, I think we're in. It's a very kind of beetle-like impression of the Balrog there, I think. Wielding an axe, is it? A tree? Who knows? One of them. I'm finding myself wanting to play this game more than I'm allowing myself. I'm giving myself like 40 minutes a day to play this game. It's not enough time. Right. There's no way you're getting your general back. How have they got that? They've got 4 units in Duneard straight away. That's what I really don't like about the computer on this game. It doesn't play to the same rules. Nice. Has the ring been found? Oh. It's not a good place for it to be.
My lord.
Let's march up.
My lord. Orders.
If I had the money, I'd take both units. Right now.
We're combining forces. To glory.
Duneard.
My lord.
Now, I'm hoping...
Raise our banners.
That's auto-resolvable, but I'm going to leave it because I want...
Your orders, my
that. Even that's not doable. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to pull back.
Glory, honor, victory.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, with honor. Yes. We can go no
Very
further,
unusual
Lord.
provinces, these. Suduri. As soon as we can, we're getting some additional troops over there. It is just to farm out pikemen.
Orders.
Love sellswords, man. And we can get some of the Dunland pikemen just to rub it back in their faces. We're going to leave this another go. They're going to rise up and fight anyway, so next turn we will... Well, they'll be coming out to fight us, and we will take Duneard. That'll be probably the big fight of the day.
Your orders, my lord.
What else have we got going on down here? Troops in Edras.
Orders.
We'll move you up to the Hornburg. I've never actually ever in my entire life on this game had to defend the Hornburg. I've attacked it so many times, but I've never... It's always empty when I attack it, and I've never actually been able to relive that kind of classic Two Towers fight scene. Arguably, actually, it's not arguably, that is the best castle fight scene ever made. Like, there's nothing that comes close. There's fight scenes which are as good, but not as a siege. I think the siege of Helm's Deep is, without a doubt, the strongest siege scene in any film ever made. Maybe a big statement, but that's how I honestly, genuinely feel. The fight scene in Gladiator, the intro scene's pretty good. The big fight in King Arthur's pretty good as well. There's a few other ones here and there, but like nothing comes close. Helm's Deep. Don't even get me started on the Game of Thrones battle. I can't even remember the name of the place, but the castle in the north. I thought it was dreadful. A dreadful siege. Everything's in pretty much grey. Terrible tactics. They put all their best men out. They put all of their best men in a certain, literally in the firing line. It's just dreadful. It's just so poorly done. Anyway, considering they were supposed to be the main sort of essentially battle-ready minds, when you've got Tyrion involved, you've got all these people involved in the north who are supposedly meant to be like the best sort of military minds of their time, and none of them have a clue what they're doing. It's just so poor. Everyone's just off doing what's the phrase? Vanity quests. So dumb. Anyway, it's enough ranting. I know that there's going to be people out there that are going, oh, well, the cinematography was done in a way to increase the drama. It didn't increase the drama. It annoyed me because I couldn't see anything. Grow up. Nothing gives me more satisfaction than just going, grow up to as many people as possible. Follow me on Twitter. You'll see exactly what I mean. So they're handling this very odd. I'm starting to really like these skirmisher units, man. They cause so much damage. I mean, those light horsemen are just literally melting away. If we can focus our forces in on the gate as much as anything. We have our cavalry over here. Start to this sort of trench here is a little distressing because it's going to take away a bit of our advantage. So they're pikemen there. They're kind of getting... They're losing a lot of men here for no real reason. Right, let's go for the axemen. Crunch through them. Not a very good charge. That's the thing. If they're back on that hill, our charge bonus goes completely out the window. And I'm not particularly keen on winning this from infantry slog, because we'll lose everyone. Well, this is good. That's more like it. If they come out and play, right, I'm going to cheese it. Because they never tend to notice.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours. Our men are in command of the city. Our men no longer command the city.
Until they send men back in, you are staying there. And the issue is they'll probably start sending men back in when this lot will start routing. I mean, the dream would be that we meet up with Eomer at Tharbad, and he kind of swoops in from the north with his, like, not very many men, but that would be a dream. That's them crunched. Surely that's them gone. Well executed crunch there. Cap. Right. That's a little bit worrying.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
Whoa, I saw the cavalry there and I got scared. Get your men out of there!
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
So what have they got left then? Is it just a random unit? What's this? What's their pikes? Right. I see. Well, this should be it. This should be how they lose at Duneard.
The battle is very much in our
And we didn't win by cheesing by the looks of it.
The enemy army
There we go.
is awed by the victory we have won.
Huge
here
win,
today.
and Duneard is ours. Boom. In the taking out of Dunland and Enedwife as we reclaim our rightful lands as the champions of Calenathan. What we're going to be looking at after this as well is obviously moving down to Mordor, and they're looking like they're the strongest nation on the planet. So ideally, it's quite good that we're taking all these places out now, because it means we're going to be able to turn this whole region into a Northman, a thriving economic Northman region. Bang.
These lands are now yours.
With Duneard as well, 947, that's a good amount. It's an extra 4-5 units we can get off that, because the wage upkeep for Rohirric forces aren't that high.
My lord.
So that's a Misty Mountains village.
Approaching quietly.
So they have Cognac.
Approaching quietly. I shall your orders, my lord.
With honor, we
Boom.
shall engage. We shall prevail.
Take. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, we'll win that. If they rise up, we'll win that.
Yes, my lord.
Peter. Peter?
Orders.
Just realised it sounds like Lois
Yes.
from Family Guy.
Continuing tomorrow,
Your orders, my lord.
Let's get these
Yes.
all
my lord.
sorted, and then boom,
We have marched
north
our
we
limit,
move.
erecting a watchtower.
Your
So,
orders, my lord.
I have nothing to say. As you command, an honor.
get out of my land.
Glory, honor, victory. Orders.
Peter will lead the way,
As you
as
command.
was meant to be. We're looking financially. Recruitment is costing us a lot. Why is that costing us so much? Where's building stuff? Right, you don't need to build anything. It's the economy we need right now. Economic growth. Ah, again making militia.
As you wish. March to exhaustion can be gone.
We could get ourselves another general here if we're clever. Combine these. Balorn is slowly but surely coming over to the right way of thinking. It's gained 5%. Right. So what we're going to do is head up, move up to Dunlarak with our 3 armies. I think next turn we'll probably take our, if they rise up in our, we'll leave Argon actually until they rise up. We're going to get ready for the Dunlending siege, for the siege of Dunlarak. Now I'm hoping they're going to be clever. Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing done. It worked! I said I was planning on doing it to forget about it, and I've forgotten about it, so it's done its job. Excellent stuff. I wonder if that's the bit that keeps getting me copyrighted. That little turn time change. I don't know how long the amount of time is for copywriting on YouTube. I've had a couple of the breakfast shows get it as well, but that's probably because I'm playing full tunes. But anyway, let's crack on. The pole turner. I'm assuming it's smithing. Yeah, why not?
My lord,
Forward.
by your
Yes, my lord.
we shall engage. Glory, honor, victory.
Flee.
Honorable, glorious victory.
Your orders, my lord.
Right, we can gain a look.
On orders. Yes, my lord. By your command.
Lovely stuff.
My lord. Your will, my lord. Yes.
Yeah, I'm up for this. Gonna take out some rebels and get ourselves a general.
Your will, my lord.
Another general in the south would be excellent. Will Bregnus survive with no one in it?
By your command.
Why, yes it will.
As you wish.
Move you round.
Orders. We can go
With the Helmingers, there's no way they'll be able to... it's 5. I just like having more generals, you know what I mean? I like having people with names. Named units, as it were. Right, what are we doing now? So we're doing... Still 1,400. Where are we making men? Is it just down here? Right, that's enough of you.
Orders.
I know you're there now, so the fun's ruined.
By
Move you
your
to
command.
Edoras.
March to exhaustion.
What are we spending on?
Continuing
Where's making men? I genuinely don't know what. Oh, there. Oh, there we go. Keep the costs down. Oh, I don't care where that is. Yeah, the army upkeep is looking pretty hefty, I must say. Anyone moving in on Argund?
Yes, my lord.
Nope. 4 turns to surrender. And the next turn. So where else do they control? We know they have the Tharbads, which are looking a little bit of an issue. Oh no. Eomer is going to have a big problem on his hands in a couple of turns. I might have to try and be clever with this and make him swerve around up to the north. Because he's in no man's land up there at the minute. I have to be clever. I don't want to lose the king. Not again. Not again. I can't lose the king again. But, yeah, if we were to... Oh, no. Yeah, we're not... There's no way we're winning that. Not with just 5 cavalry units. Right. What we're going to do here is... We are going to... Run away. Gonna be smart.
Disgraced. Fall back and retreat.
Because if it's just that army, I can deal with it. I think this isn't that mad a battle. Okay, right. Now we're going to pull out when it looks like it's getting a bit silly. But we are going to try and take out as many men as possible here. Oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is the big fight that we will end the episode with. Because this is going to be a drawn-out, extensive, probably not that entertaining to watch fight, but if you're in it for the drama like I am, then we'll see. So what we have to do is move away from the spearmen at every available opportunity. Go straight in there. So that unit is now routing. This might be doable. Well, it was doable until they started just walking weirdly. Honestly. Cut them down. As I said, the aim of this fight is get rid of as many of them as possible until it's looking a bit silly. This is getting... the bugginess has appeared, and I don't know why. But my men seem to not want to do anything. This is good. Focus in on these. One more charge and they're 50% done. The spearmen will be an issue. For the time being, this is going very well indeed. This is why cavalry are OP. This is why it is OP. How much of them how far have we gone through them? That's a good charge, and they're wavering. Sorry for the lack of talking. I'm concentrating a lot on micromanagement with this one. How are we looking? 6, and they are halfway done. I don't want to lose any generals. Go on, perfect time to run out of ammo for the crunch, and that's them gone. Right. Down to 60. Wow, this is this might be the victory which decides the campaign here, because if Eomer comes out of this having wiped out 1,000+ men, it's my king. Here we go. Into the back. Boom. Huge chunk of the Axemen down, and now they are routing as well. Oh, their main force is routing. This is excellent. They're about to go.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
The spearmen are now routing as well. I don't want anyone constantly engaging. You run round the back. Fengel's still going strong. They're moving a bit weirdly. The clan hunters are gone.
The enemy army flees the field.
Come on!
Pursue and run them down.
Huge win. OP cavalry. That's what I'm talking about. We've learnt a lot from the early days. Look at that. Just running through them. Eomer sits pleased. That's a insane victory. 181 men. I've just slaughtered over 1,000. Losing not many themselves. These guys at the head of a full force are going to be very difficult for anyone to deal with, to be honest with you. Can you hit the hundo? Big 6. Boom! That's them gone.
Who is utterly vanquished.
Job done.
Let all who remember this day remember it
14
as the
men
day
lost.
of our most glorious victory.
1,646 men deployed, 20 remaining. That's outstanding. That is genuinely an outstanding win. 719 of their men were captured as well. So realistically, I could sell off people here if I'm looking to get some money back. But, because I know they're not short of a few bob, realistically. But King Eomer, what an outstanding victory that is. That's going to send serious financial repercussions into the heart of Duneard, I feel. Although, to be honest, their units are cheap and they're trash, so they'll probably be able to recreate that quite quickly if they have money. We shall see. On a rare occasion, we're not likely to lose many more fights in this, realistically, unless we're stupid. It's just about playing smart at this point. But that will round up this episode, I feel.
But my lord,
Not for that much. That big force at Argonne has been dispersed. They're going to send this force after me next. It's pretty much a case of who can kill Eomer at this point by the looks of things. He's coming up proper. So yeah, I don't really think, by the looks of it, there aren't that many more provinces around here. There's no men coming from the north. Everything's going between Tharbad and Argonne, so I think that's pretty much their full breadth. This could be very exciting.
I will only address you in...
As you command,
So we're going to retain the siege of Argonne as they brought some men out. They only have a warband in there now. Very nice.
my lord. Orders
And we march upon Duneard, which will be...
to battle, my lord.
Your orders, my lord.
My lord.
Yes, my lord.
Orders, my lord.
Your orders,
You know what?
my lord.
We are going to combine
Yes,
this,
my lord.
and you two units will be retired.
Your orders, my lord.
That full stack shall
We shall prevail.
look to take Duneard. You're going to head back to get retrained,
As you wish. We'll make camp here.
because
Orders.
you need to. And that force there, headed up by Swindhelm, shall be the force which reinforces and makes the taking of Duneard a sheer, undoubted, untouchable victory. Right.
Yes.
Move you forward.
Your will, my lord.
You two as
you
well.
wish.
You can hide out in Helm's Deep
By your command. Orders.
as the start of our next force. Oh yeah, I forgot
Your
about this.
will, my lord. As you wish, my lord. By come and get me, you coward.
Enedwythe Hunters. So, right. If any madness happens, we're ending the episode before it starts. I just want to move my final army into place up at Duneard, because we are going to fight this one on foot. We aren't going to wait for them to come out. We are going to go and siege them ourselves. We're going to lose some men, but it's a we haven't had a proper siege battle yet, and we're 8 episodes in, so I want to make sure we are. Unless Duneard do anything silly. Well, they've tried it early. I wanted a proper siege battle, but it looks like that is not to be. That will be the fight for the next episode, and we're going to fight it with what we currently have. We're not going to retreat. We're going to do that. That's a nice way to end off. So, thank you for watching, friends. Please do subscribe to the channel, favourite the video, leave a comment. Let us know what you think we should do next time around. Once we've taken Duneard, do you think we should go for Dol Guldur, or do you think we should go straight down for Mordor? I'm kind of teetering with both ideas. So yeah, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, or maybe even actually go for the Misty Mountains. Who knows? We could. If anyone comments with an idea of what we should do, I'll probably follow what they say. So yes, thanks for watching. I hope everyone has had an enjoyable weekend, and I will see you soon. Don't go anywhere. Subscribe to the channel. Cubcam TV. We're out. Bam.